So 133. Jimmy Gulibon has been the starter for Penn State, taking over for Jordan Conaway last year. Conaway down at 125 today. He came within only a match, Conaway did last year, of being an All-American at 133. But the redshirt freshman, Jimmy Gulibon, is ranked. He's in there up against Rossi Bruno. Rossi Bruno, a true sophomore. He has not redshirted yet, and he's getting better all the time, Jim.
Yeah, he is. And it's a nice signature match here for him. A great opportunity for Bruno to, Gulibon comes highly touted out of high school, and his accolades are pretty strong in the sport, but he's had some nice wins so far. What's been impressive about Gulibon, he likes to work the head, and he's got some nice shots here to that back leg, where you see the leg that Bruno's holding back. And let's go, guys. Bruno, we haven't really seen a lot of what he's capable of here. Every time we've seen him at 33, he's kind of gone up against some really solid opponents like Logan Sieber or somebody like Tony Ramos. So it's an opportunity for him to kind of move up in class, so to speak, in this weight class.
Joe McFarland says he's starting to get some traction mentally. He's feeling confident, and wrestling in the room is getting better. He just needs to stay on a high pace.
Boy, this is a whip-over situation right here. If you've ever seen it, you have the underhook on that side, and you're stepping up on that right side. It normally should be able to do some sort of whip-over attempt.
Come on, guys, work through this. Let's go. Let's work through that. Come on, set.
Bruno had a big win against Ohio State's DeJulius on Friday night, reversing an earlier loss. And so that's what Joe McFarland is talking about. He's starting to get some traction, because that's a quality win.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, DeJulius was off to a great start. There, a nice single leg there. Dump.
Jimmy Gulibon. The takedown for two. Penn State out in front 3-0 with Jordan Conaway stepping in for Nico Megaludis. Megaludis, a little bit of the flu, stayed home on this trip. Of course, the two-time NCAA finalist. Conaway comes in, next man up, gets the win. Jimmy Gulibon out of Latrobe, Pennsylvania. When I think of Latrobe, I think of
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer and the golfing great. Jimmy Gulibon out of Deary Area High School. Was a four-time. You talked about how great a high school wrestler. He was a rare four-timer in Pennsylvania. Four-time state champion. Rossi Bruno out of that powerhouse Brandon High School in Florida. Also a teammate of Grajales. Eric Grajales came out of Brandon as well.
Work to stand.
30 seconds remaining in the period. 30 seconds.
You can tell that Gulibon has kind of an old school, just a single leg hook ride, and he just doesn't hold on to it and sit onto it. He kind of elevates that leg and he traps it and uses both feet to be able to stretch his opponent out a little bit. Use that arm chop, and if Bruno works back up to his waist, see how he'll go ahead and hook that leg when he comes up, and he tries to keep that elbow pushed away, near elbow pushed away, right there. Bruno, short time here, trying to keep his elbow in and his wrist out for a little hip separation. Gulibon following, he's got to be careful not to give up back points.
Short time.
No points.
No points.
Nothing, nothing. Still had it, nothing.
Michael Chase,
I couldn't hear.
the head official.
You guys have a towel or something? I could not hear that whistle. No change. Red choice.
Good definitive call by Michael Chase out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He's the head official. No points. Gulibon hangs on there. Out in front 2-0.
Red shirt choose bottom.
Gulibon gets the choice, and he will choose bottom to start the second period.
So already 1:31 of riding time, Tim. So that's a good first period. Takedown and ride out. And
no, top man. Top man.
Can make a new start here with the caution.
Stop, okay?
It's the first caution on Bruno. You get a couple of cautions before you're assessed a point for a penalty.
Gulibon popping immediately up, doing some hand fighting there. No size working 2-on-1, now 1-on-1. And
Gulibon getting the escape. It's 3-0 now.
Here's what we saw last time, is that just in the last match. Nice duck under attempt there. Double overhook attempt. Almost go basically went right to his back, and he's giving up back points on the edge.
And you can get pinned right there because of the toes still in, and they're out.
2 takedown, 3 near fall. Right there.
Boy, now that's the risk reward wasn't much reward.
Well, a duck under attempt there, and Gulibon actually was in good position right there to defend it, but I like the effort by Bruno right there. You know, the double overhook, tried to lace leg with the left leg, and it really wasn't there. Gulibon steps out of it here and then finds himself in a position where really Bruno puts himself to his back, but I like the effort.
I like the effort, and I like the rules change where the points are scored in the action there, where in the past the back points wouldn't have been scored out of bounds.
Yeah, no question about it. It's really added another dimension to wrestling, and you know, sometimes guys haven't got used to that rule where they just, you know.
Both guys working.
But it forces you to wrestle like you're in the center in all positions. I think that's a nice change.
Extends the mat, the wrestling area, any part of your body still inside the circle, then the action continues, and you can get near falls and even a fall in that situation with your shoulders out of bounds, but your feet still inbounds. 8-0, Jimmy Gulibon out in front, looking and working on a major decision.
Cover.
Yeah, I really don't understand that new start right there, because both guys were hand fighting there underneath, and Gulibon now has a tight waist till single count. You need 2 to get the 2 count to be able to get the 2 points off of that. Shoulders have to be at a 45-degree angle with the mat. Right now, Bruno looks a little stunned after he went for the big move.
Come on, guys, let's go. Action.
10 seconds left in the second period. The big 5-point move by Gulibon in this period.
Gotta get your head up.
After the takedown and ride in the first period.
And he's got kind of the old school ride there. See that single leg? The right leg is blocked right there. And Bruno really hasn't had an answer for that.
Neutral. Green's gonna go neutral.
Bruno's going to choose neutral to begin the third period. In that body language you called it, Jim. That was a stunner for him to lose that 5 points, and it's really affected his wrestling. It looks like.
Yeah.
Neutral.
Nice scramble there by Bruno, avoiding that takedown.
Well, what he's looking for is just a little pressure back from Gulibon, and Gulibon is retreating territory, blocking out with the top of his head. And you know, this is where you can call stalling, I think, all day. Right? You got a guy that's blocking at the top of his head, and Gulibon finally circles back in, and now he's working hard.
Neutral.
Nice adjustment there by Gulibon.
And Gulibon really does understand the new rules, as you see, trying to adjust and get that takedown, but Bruno doing a good job here of trying to avoid it.
Neutral.
Well, what I also like what he did, he just didn't go off the mat, you know, just stall. He improved his position significantly, so he's got the bottom leg.
No, sir, he's got the arm. No.
You know, I really think that he's saying he still has the right arm trapped.
Neutral.
And yet his left leg now, good call. As soon as his left leg came over and broke the plane of the circle, Michael Chase called him out of bounds. Good call.
I think what the referee was saying there is he had a hold of one leg instead of 2. And even though that Gulibon, well, actually Bruno from Michigan was on his rear end there, he just had one leg captured.
Back to neutral. That's where Rossi Bruno chose to start the third period. He's down 8-0, trying to fight his way back into this match, but very short time left, 35 seconds.
2:48 a riding time for Gulibon.
30 seconds remaining in the match.
And what I've seen that the improvement of the Penn State wrestlers is that they've been additive to their leads no matter where, you know, what position they're in. And Gulibon has an opportunity maybe to, you know, finish this thing off with a nice takedown attempt. And sometimes it's easiest to do when the guy's marching into you like Bruno is. And looks like he's going to hold position.
And it looks like Penn State's going to go out with 2 wins in the first 2 matches. Makes them look awful strong in this meet. No takedown there with riding time. The score is 9-0, a shutout thrown by Jimmy Gulibon, the redshirt freshman. That'll be an extra point, the major decision for the Penn State grappler.